All right, now let's head on to another conversation right now. We see recently the IMF did say the sub-Saharan African countries have recorded an average about 8% depreciation of their currencies since January 2022. And according to ABSA Group Limited, Nigeria will likely devalue its local currency by about 15%. Well, joining me now is Mr. Aminu Gwadabe, President, Association of Bureau de Change Operators, APCON, joining me right here in our Lagos studios. Great to have you on the show, sir.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Good morning, Nigeria.
Yeah, so it's been quite a journey for the Naira in the past 8 years. I remember about 2015, the parallel market was about 230, if memory serves me right, and now, fast forward to now, about 749 Naira in the parallel market. I want you to break it down for me. How did we get here with the Naira?
It's a tumultuous journey, like you have rightly pointed out. It's topsy-turvy. It has been a combination of so many factors that see us where we are today. A volatile Naira have underpinned the slow economic growth recorded in the past few years. This has been due to what we call desperate economic foreign exchange regimes that ranges from peg to dirty crawling peg and then flexible exchange rate. There are so many factors that before I entered, I had you talking of inflation rate. These are some of the Keynesian factors that determine the exchange rate of the economy and also the interest rate. So the interplay of these factors also go a long way. We have seen their movements, from that 2015 to date, and that have really exerted a lot of pressure. The Naira is not weakened by the purchase of dollar, but the Naira is weakened by the grafted or unearned income that has no value into the economy that is purchasing dollar. This is a peculiarity to Nigeria. And since you have that gap, almost a gap of 60% between the official or the formal and informal market, there is no patriotism in capitalism. So there is no way you will be able to at least have a stable exchange rate. No economy can survive under such kind of multiple exchange rates. It is distortions, it is disincentive, and create a lot of round-tripping, loss of confidence, and currency substitution. So these are some of the factors that culminated in making the Naira to continue to be weaker against other foreign currency. Remember, the foreign exchange of an economy is its own oxygen. That is our own oxygen. And we lack saving culture. Just from Russia-Ukraine war, Angola was able to save over $20 billion from the oil windfall. In Nigeria, we could not save even $1. And there is no way you can have investments when you don't have savings. So these are some of the issues. The unearned income that is also an albatross on our exchange rate, and then the lack of savings and fiscal indiscipline, and also the multiple exchange rate are factors that are really giving Naira lack of sleep.
Yeah, quite a picture you've painted there. But I remember in 2021, the CBN did stop dollar sales to BDC, and I believe at that point, that was supposed to, help the Naira, strengthen. And I'm wondering how you were able to get supply, your association and members, of your association. How were you able to get supply?
First and foremost, let us understand the objective behind even the formalizing the Bureau de Change subsector. One is to ensure liquidity into the retail FX market. And what we have been witnessing over time, there's no liquidity in the retail FX subsector of the market. And this is the market that a lot of people are using as a reference exchange rate, as a reference benchmark. Yes, there is the I&E window, but how many Nigerians are getting their services and product at I&E window as a finished product? This is the question. So it has not been realistic, it has not been effective. Then the supply side also of the market has been dwindled. There are 4 or 3 types of supply sources that we have. One is the natural traditional crude oil, which we all know is going down. Subsidy is pervading it. We don't even have anything from there to make investment. Investors, loss of confidence. A lot of investors have left the economy. For them to exist is very, very difficult. There are a lot of billion-dollar log that is still the investors are looking to carry to exist the market. So this is also another issue. Then the foreign direct investment and the portfolio inflows are also very, very limited into the economy. So there are no sources, no doubt about it. We quite appreciate that. However, coming to the question of our suspension and our objective and the role we have played, over time from 2006, the Bureau de Change have remained the only potent instrument, mechanism, transmission mechanism of the Central Bank of Nigeria that checkmate the activities of the informal market. You see, when that suspension came, it's like the heaven will come down. Everybody is like, yes, that is the best policy that should have taken place to checkmate the volatility of the Naira. But yet, that policy almost embarrassed everybody, as at that time, the informal market was being like 500, 495, and over time now we're talking of, it has even gone up to 850. Now as we speak, the exchange rate in the informal market is 760 Naira to $1. So this is the implication. You see, the policy is inhibitive. It has really removed livelihood from over 5,000 members that are licensed by the Central Bank of Nigeria. This is a huge sector. Its capitalization is over $300 billion Naira.
So that policy impacted your
definitely it has impacted
negatively,
because you see, it's a policy that comes with no alternative. In that policy, we have been having issues of suspension outside of the CBN window. But at any given time, you now come with an alternative.
The alternative was for the
alternative. There is yes, there's autonomous windows. There is diaspora remittances. Our diaspora remittances is stable, is huge, is big, is cheap. This is about $20 billion. Other countries leverage on these diaspora remittances by way of securitization of the diaspora remittances. So the incoming government should cue on what other clients have been doing, are galvanizing with diaspora remittances. And the Bureau de Change operators will definitely serve that purpose. What we have now is a monopoly, and that monopoly has to be broken because we don't even receive the inflow. Most of these diaspora remittances are left abroad for the purchase of items, for 21 items that are banned from the I&E window and other luxuries that are banned as an import item into this country. So for us to receive, for us to benefit from diaspora remittance, China, India utilize over $30 billion annually for infrastructure from the proceeds of diaspora remittances. Nigerians, we have about 15 million Nigerians outside the country, and all of them doing well.
Help that we're also an import-dependent country. That definitely does not help because that takes all the valuable dollars out. But let me ask you now, how would a single exchange rate system or a managed float, how would that impact your business?
Definitely, because there will be inflow. There will be liquidity in the system. What we see now, the several exchange rate is a disincentive to people that have this money to bring into the country. I said it before, there is no patriotism in capitalism. You cannot tell me to come into a market of 460 when there is other market that will buy the same product at 760. So collapsing, harmonization, that's why as a group, we stand with the position of the incoming government that recognize harmonization, that recognize institutional reforms. These are germane and effective that will inject the strength of the Naira. There is the need for repositioning our Naira for growth. It's very, very important.
All right, I'm going to ask you a quick one. Now, where do you see the Naira in, say, after the incoming president takes office? Where do you see the Naira in, say, 6 months?
First, I think there are a lot of confidence around the incoming government, even from other investors that we're seeing. So the incoming government should galvanize that. And I can see some states already have started going abroad to survey markets for non-oil products. So this is a good move that we galvanize, that we attract a lot of foreign exchange. We will help the incoming government to ensure that there is liquidity in the market. And then finally, like I said, the hanging fruit is the diaspora remittance. And the BDC are prepared, are willing, are working to partner with the incoming government so that there will be liquidity in the market. Once you have liquidity in the retail exchange and FX market, definitely you solve a lot of problems. People looking for $1,000 to travel, they cannot see it. You have to queue for 6 months. You have to queue for 6 weeks. $200 for you to get and buy part for your computer, you cannot get it. So this is where the issue is.
Right.
This is where the lacuna is. So we have to address it effectively with leveraging on the Bureau change subsector.
Fantastic. All right. I guess definitely it would be a thing of pride to see, the Naira at least strengthen at some point, because a strong currency is good.
See, it's our benefit for Naira to be strong. Right now, before the suspension, our capital is reduced now because of the fluctuations in the exchange market. Right. So there is nobody that benefits, like we, the operators, if we have a stronger Naira. So we're willing, we're praying, we're working to see that Naira remains stronger.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Aminu Gwadabe, President, Associate of Bureau de Change Operators. Thank you for your perspective today.
It's my pleasure.